And now an awkward silence because there's like 13 seconds of silence at the end of that track. Thanks, Pretzel. How is everyone? Welcome in. Happy Choppin' Tuesday. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope your week is going well so far. It is Tuesday, right? It's weird. Like, I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of schedule on recording stuff. So I always feel like it's like already Thursday or something. Hope everyone's having a good one. My name is Pixel Riffs. Welcome to your Tuesday Minecraft live stream. Is the music still too loud? I feel like the Pretzel volume control is worse than it was before. Either way, there we go. Love an awkward silence, absolutely. Any bingo today? Probably not. We have other stuff to do in the survival guide world. But first, you need to see my face. Hello! Just noticed that I've been in 9 Clash of the Creators and placed in all 9. I have! I'm quite good at Minecraft. There's another one coming up this Sunday, though. So we'll see how good at Minecraft I really am. But, a bit loud? Yeah, I can probably turn it down like a notch more, but that's about as low as it will go without being completely off, so hopefully that's still okay.
Well, that's
back on the streams after so long. Hey, welcome back. Stay puffed with the 40 months. Thank you so much for the 40 months of Prime. 40. Gosh, it's a lot. You're good at Minecraft? I had no idea. I mean, I dabble. Where have I been on Empires? Away. Recording other things. Low-key awkward silence is my favorite genre of music. A John Cage fan. Nice to see another person of culture. What's the theme this time? This time we are going to be working on... the Clash of the Creators theme? I actually don't know. I think it's like... a bunch of stuff is random about this event. I think that's how it works. Teams... it's like standard vanilla advancements, but it's that mod where the loot tables for everything has been randomized. So if you break a block of wood, you could get rotten flesh, or you could get a diamond, or like all of the stuff that different blocks and mobs drop has been swapped around. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And the teams are randomized as well, so I don't know who I'm playing with yet, but it's gonna be really funny. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we do well in that. But if I don't, then at least I can blame the fact that it's random. So yeah, we don't know the teams, we don't know what all of the blocks are going to drop. It's going to be hilarious. Very fun. The previous video seemed more saturated. Somebody in my YouTube comments mentioned that. Was that you? Because I have not changed anything, so I think that's probably your device. Not working Sunday, might be able to catch a bit of that. Nice. Yeah, it's going to be at the usual time, 8 PM UK time. So, like, 5 hours later than I normally stream. So, stay tuned for what my stream schedule is going to be on that one. But I might be making Monday's episode of Survival Guide by that point. More awkward silence from Pretzel. Weird. All right. Let's hop into the Survival Guide world. Let's get started here. So, this is Structures Week. If you haven't seen any of the videos that I've done so far this week, there are 2 thus far. Is my render distance normal? Okay, cool, it is. I logged in today to start recording the next episode, and my render distance was at 28 chunks from the episode I did the other day. I just never turned it back down, which was kind of hilarious. So I've already gone, and spoilers for Wednesday's episode, I've already gone and raided 2 ocean monuments. So you might see a couple of the remnants from that here and there. I have a Nether portal out to one of them, which is the closer one of the 2. And am I also tackling Nether structures? We already have a Nether fortress, so the only thing I could look for would be a bastion. I know where one is, and I'm not certain if the final episode this week is going to be bastion, or is it going to be a woodland mansion? Because woodland mansions are always so far away, I kind of feel like I need elytra to go there, but then exploring that far on foot is much more fun now it's 118 and there's new terrain and whatnot, so I'm not certain yet. I haven't decided. Princess Rose Drew, thank you for the 17 months. 2101 gifting a sub, thank you very much. CO2 with 100 bits, kicking off the hype train. So we've already got a hype train going. If anyone's interested in hopping on board that, you can cheer some bits, gift some subs. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, or resub if you've got one available. Bleached Ink has subscribed with Prime. You can do that too. If you have linked your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get a free sub to a streamer every month. So that's always fun. You can do that too if you like. Or you can be like Hamp and gift some subs, or like Jumbo Sale and resub for 21 months. Thank you both. Thank you both, very kind of you. So we'll throw these doors in here. Today we're mostly going to be setting up connections between nether portals that I've established from these last couple of episodes. And to do that, I'll need some gold boots, and I'm taking fire resist potions with me just in case. I don't think I will need them, but I could end up falling in lava by mistake, and ideally, I don't want to die. So that's a possibility. That Rogue, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Nick Scruff with the 200. Rodders with the Prime sub. Jerome if gifting a sub as well, thank you so much. And Jumbo Sail with the 200 bits. Thank you all very, very much. So yeah, I basically, I don't want to die if it's on a stream. Like, if I end up dying, I kind of want it to be in a video, I guess. I don't know. Weird, weak justification. But anyway, I need to... The reason I keep pausing the game is that I need to look up the screenshots of where these nether portals are so I know which ways I'm going. Because the jungle temple one is that one, the desert temple one is that one, the ocean temple one is that one. Okay, cool. So I know roughly which ones I'm going to first. And let's get this out of the way. Excuse you. There we go. So now it's behind Streamlabs and I can not look at it. Hunter, thank you for the 100 bits, and Sam with 100 bits. Not dying in the nether hype. Yeah, I know. I'm trying my best here. If we encounter any ancient debris, I will not mine it. So, apologies, but I do want to do a separate episode about netherite probably next week, so we'll probably skip over that for the minute. Next week is going to be more eclectic. I don't think we're going to have like a solid theme for next week. It's going to be a lot more like, maybe we go get netherite, maybe we make an automatic bee farm, maybe we do a variety of other things that I've been wanting to do. We're probably not going to go and fight the dragon yet. I'm aiming for like roughly episode 50 for that, I think. Winnie T. Ford, thank you for the 18 months. Lovely to have you back. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I also realised that I took the overworld coordinates of that portal and not the nether side, so that was terrible, but I can just divide those by 8 if I get my calculator, because numbers are hard. That's divided by 8, so that's 264. 264, I mean 264.5, but who's counting? And then we'll just divide that by 8 and we get 107.25. There we go. Oh, and that's negative, so I should probably clarify for myself. Negative 107.25. Wonderful. Alright, so we need to be going towards positive X but negative Z, so we're looking that way really. Through the Nether Fortress again, how wonderful. It's more positive X than negative Z really, so I should just be going this way. Huh, okay, I think there's a lava lake that way. This is going to be interesting. We're also at Y73, so we can go up and over this, which might work better. We aim up this way a little bit. Is this a survival guide? Yes, always, always. Oh wait. The overworld side portal is at Y73. But I think it might be better if we go up and over this anyway. Just for the sake of, you know, stuff. Oh yeah, we're in a Crimson Forest, we shouldn't mine gold. Fair enough. Honestly, we probably shouldn't make our tunnels 2 blocks wide because of hoglins, but... Great, okay. We're just going to anger all the piglins in the area. That's fine. I'll just mine some gold ore, why not? Gold ore, the one ore it makes sense to silk touch now. So we'll just casually mend the tools and the armor. Wonderful. I have mending on my axe now as well, so I can, in theory, do something with that later. Let's catch up on some alerts here. 4-star Q, thank you for the Prime sub. Oh, and thank you for gifting 5 subs as well. Just came through. Thank you very much for that. Lone Gunman with the gifted sub. Thank you very much. Burt Potato for resubscribing for 7 months. Eric MTG Cast. I see a Magic the Gathering fan. Thank you so much for the brand new Prime sub to the channel. And Strath with 100 bits. And Black Beanie with the 5 months. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the subs and the resubs. So over this way. And then towards negative Z. That's going to be real awkward, though. I kind of think, instead of going this way, we should go, like, here. And then maybe zigzag a little bit more, so that we can take advantage of there actually being terrain in the Crimson Forests. Because, like, we can do something from here. It's not going to be good, but we can do something. I also need to get feather falling on my boots. Have I mentioned that? I also like how there was one tree growing here, and then there's just nothing below me. That's wonderful. I think from here we'll probably bridge out until we hit that tree. We'll try and go down from there. Yeah, the music is really loud, and I'm like, why? Okay, there we go. I wonder if I hit a number there and Pretzel thought I was trying to adjust the volume.
That's just...
Sorry about that. Oh, good. A reason to bring the fire resistance potions with me. Of course, one of them despawns to add insult to injury. Great. Somehow we survived. This is why I'm making these pathways now. Is this hardcore? No, of course not. Look at the hearts. If it was hardcore, I would already have feather falling on my boots before doing this. Well, having already said I didn't want to die, this is kind of silly that I'm doing this at all, but hey. The question is, where do we go now? Guns N' Roses. Also, Soprano Cat, thank you for the 5 months. Devon, thank you for 8 months of tier 2. Love to hear Gus when I'm doing this. Don't get returned to sender. Dang it. Well, gonna revoke that later. I can't believe that Gas did what it did. I wanted to do that in an episode. I wanted to do an episode about Nether achievements. So, yeah, I might have to revoke that from my account later. Never mind. Yeah, let's get back down towards sea level-ish. What happens on stream stays on stream? Yes. How do you remove advancements? You got to run a command to do it. I'll just open the world to LAN, enable cheats, and run the command. But I'll probably do that on camera so people know I'm doing it. Because I want to be, like, transparent about it, but I also want to show people return to sender. struggle to miss the shot while you struggle to make it. Believe me, that was, yeah, not something I expected to happen. So, negative 107 is not too far off. We just got to go this way a little further. Not having to deal with many mobs is why I build my nether hubs high in the nether ceiling. Yeah, that's fair. I guess at that point the spawning algorithm is also working in your favor, so that's not really a bad call. But frankly, we can just slab these and it's not going to matter that much. The main thing I want right now is just a connection. Like, if I can see a hoglin down a corridor, I can kill it. Speaking of which. Nether Fortress is the main problem. Don't want blazes spawning in my hub. I also got... Yeah, I've completely filled up on netherrack now. So that's 264 is pretty close. Oh, hello. I think we might actually be somewhere down here. It's where our portal's going to be. Ah, unbelievable. We found it. So if I dig downward-ish from this, like this way. And maybe block this off a touch. Again, I don't want to make like a proper nether hub yet. I do want to just make sure I have access to this, because this is a really neat jungle area that's near the first desert that we found. Am I going over the top of the tunnel that I just made now? I think I am. Oh, hi. Hello. I don't have any gold on me, so, sorry. What does making connections mean? I mean, nether tunnels, I guess. Oh yeah, we need to spiral down a little bit. Because this is quite high up. This is like 8 or 9 blocks up. We kind of need to go this way. And then, yeah, down here like that. Ooh, that's risky. That's very risky. I might double up on the blocks here a little bit. Yeah, if we can put more of a solid platform under our feet anywhere, then that's for the better, I think. Let's block this off. We're not going to get anything like explosive in here, hopefully, so that should be fine. There we go. This is why I habitually crouch, by the way. If anyone was curious about how much crouch time I have in this world, it's a lot. And the reason is because I do it like that to avoid deaths in areas like this. Okay, so now we have, more or less, a path that will lead us back to the Jungle Temple portal, which should be this one. Yeah, okay. And it's nighttime here, so we'll leave again. How long do I usually stream? About 3 hours. Tends to be my limit usually. On the book of my pinky exercises, it's just play Minecraft. That's all it says, just play Minecraft, underlined a couple of times. Eastery, thank you for the 4 months. Been really enjoying the survival guide. It's given me the confidence to try out building farms, etc. without using block-by-block tutorials. Heck yes. That's what you like to see. I've been trying not to follow anybody else's tutorials for the last little while, and it's a very rewarding thing. Once you feel like you understand the game a little bit better, you have like a slightly more, I want to say like, a little bit more depth of understanding of some of the stuff in this game, it feels so much better to play. Trying to block off those blazes from shooting me at the distance. Got to worry about the ghasts too, though. Thing is, I don't just want this to be a two-by-two netherrack tunnel, you know? I'm mostly just trying to provide a few safe spaces. I'm trying to block ghast field of view as much as possible, but I think we'll be good with that. We can discuss some slightly better building materials another time, because of course it's going to be much more effective building this out of a blast-resistant material. Yeah, I think we'll leave that for now. So now we have a tunnel out to the jungle temple. So this is not going to take especially long unless we run into some unforeseen problems. But my main goal here, this is east but also towards positive Z, so we'll go this way first. The main thing I want to do here is to make sure we have the tunnels in place, and then for the rest of the stream we are potentially going to be going out looking for ice biomes, because I only have like mountains so far in terms of like the snowier biomes. And I'd really like to track down something like a snow plains for not tomorrow but for Thursday's episode, so that we can get an igloo in terms of structures, because I think igloos are actually pretty significant. We've already talked about the stuff that you can do in igloos with the villager curing stuff, but I want to be able to find one. It's also just a good excuse to go looking for a snow plane, so that we can get hold of some stuff that you can get in snow planes in future. Yeah, I think we're going to end up using the Nether Fortress as our means of egress for now. Which makes it a little bit harder to get to the location we want to get to. Maybe we'll dig down, because this is at Y57, so maybe we'll dig down from the place we were. Why don't I use a gold helmet, because then I can have feather falling? I mean, I don't have feather falling on my diamond boots either. That's the problem here. And I would normally use a golden helmet. I just made golden boots because they were cheap. You know what? Let's hang a left and go this way. I normally don't like building diagonal tunnels because it's really tough to do like boat paths and stuff in them, but we'll figure this out later. The design is not super important. Cryptic Rain, I'm glad you're enjoying the survival guide. diagonal nether piston bolt. I mean, maybe. It seems a little soon to be getting into stuff like piston bolts, but it's an option. Also have to make it a two-way piston bolt, which would be a lot of investment of redstone. Oh, hello, there we go. Was wondering when we were going to encounter one of them. I considered a Martian base for the Badlands biome. I have. I mean, I kind of think it's one of those things that it's been done, so I don't know if I really want to go with something that I've seen done better elsewhere. Like Vintage Beef's Season 4 Hermitcraft base, because they were in the Mesa. Was it Season 4? I'm pretty sure it was Season 4, because Season 5 was the jungle with the NHO, right? So yeah, when Vintage Beef joined Hermitcraft, he built like a Mars base out in the Mesa. And that was really when I started watching Hermitcraft, so I remember it quite well. And I feel like he did his really well. So I don't know if I'd go with something like that, but we'll see. I feel like a Mesa tends to give you just like a couple of options really to work with. It's always like Martian base or like Western Frontier town. It's what people tend to go with. There's some cool stuff we could do though. Will this work on Bedrock? By this, do you mean making a path in the Nether? Yes. Pretty sure you can do that. Beef's been pumping out videos like a madman lately. Good for him, man. Good for him. Like, it's always lovely to see somebody get their mojo back, you know? Myself a little bit of room, but this is hardly a straight line. It's trying it's trying to be a straight line, but it's a little bit wibbly. It widens out a bit here. For stability. It's the excuse we'll use. Does my goal of building a base in every biome include the nether biomes? Yes. Would love to build a base in a warp forest or something. I kind of want to revisit the idea of renovating a piglin bastion as well. Because we started doing that in... I've not encountered a warp forest in this world yet, so that's very exciting news. This is one of the other things that's going to be rewarding about doing this pathing stuff, is finding other biomes. We do need to go further on the Z-axis, though, so we might deviate a little bit here. But I'm going to leave like a little opening for myself to point out that the warp forest is there, and then hopefully we won't run into it, because if we do, I'll end up getting the advancement for visiting all the nether biomes, and I'll have to revoke that as well. What am I connecting? I'm connecting my central spawn nether portal to all of the other places that I've been in the last few episodes. So a jungle temple, a desert temple, and for tomorrow's episode, an ocean monument. a couple of these that are like 500 blocks or so away, though, so it's a bit of a trek in some cases. Am I going to talk about the nether roof then? I mean, eventually, yes, but not for this. Hello? Oh, there it is. It's like there's a ghost block here somewhere. Don't look down, don't look down. Cool, we'll stay up here since there's a little bit of landmass. The warp forest is literally right there, so we've kind of dodged that. Actually enjoy this kind of grindy work. I don't mind it. It gets a little bit much later on in a season, but that's really what I do on streams, is like the behind the scenes, the grind work. All of the stuff like this. Would you say the Ocean Monument, where was that question? Ocean Monument's a bit underwhelming, a lot of work for 9 gold blocks. I mean, it's 8 gold blocks, but no, I don't think the gold blocks are really the point. At least as far as Mojang's intent for them, maybe. Tatiana, thank you so much for the 24 months of support. 2 years. It does make you a super nerd. Yes, a double nerd. Excessively nerdy. Yeah, no, the Prismarine is the point. Like Guardian farms and infinite sea lanterns and stuff. And sponges, yes. Absolutely. Like, gold you can get from all over the place. There are so many other ways of getting gold. How many bookcases do you need for level 30 enchants? 15. Got an episode all about that if you're interested. Ooh. Spicy. A little bit of hot sauce around here. And now there's not. Always so funny to me how, like, massive lava flows like this can come from just one source in the ceiling somewhere. Ah! Ah! My toes! I suddenly have way fewer of them. Dang it, block updates. It's fine, I have, Oh, I don't have fire protection because I don't have my diamond boots on. Okay, well. That could have been terrible, I would have died. Except I wouldn't because Java saturation is pretty ridiculous. So we're fine. Let's continue on. I mean, I have protection 4 on all my armor, so I'm not going to take that much damage. Fire protection just helps with the duration of how long you're on fire, which is very helpful. What am I searching for? My nether portal that I made over here. Would be kind of cool if we found some other stuff along the way, like another nether fortress and stuff. Gonna leave guardrails for myself, not so that mobs don't get in, but just so I can be on autopilot a little bit as I run down these tunnels. Eee, that's not good. If all the armor had protection 4, would it be like protection 16? No, there's actually a point at which having protection 4 on all your pieces of armor is not a good idea. Dang it. Well, we're in a warp forest. It's going to happen eventually. But yeah, if you put protection 4 on all of your armor, there's a point at which the protection effect caps, so having a different type of protection enchantment on one piece is supposed to be a little bit better. But then again, you also remove your chest plate when you get elytra a lot of the time, so if you're talking all 4 pieces of armor, then it's usually a good idea to have like one other type of specialized protection to be on the safe side. Gonna pick up the warp nylium at this point. Well, I'm glad we found this at least, because this is a pretty sizable warp forest, but this is what I get for doing stuff on stream, I guess. You saw nothing. No, we can maybe talk about this in a video instead, like instead of revoking these. Again, I don't really like opening the world up for cheats. Oh, hello. Well, this is an exciting place, isn't it? We'll have to come back here. So we'll do one of these. I don't really have many other materials I can use to mark the entrance here, but could do something like this, but then there's not many quartz blocks, is it? And the nylium isn't going to grow naturally, so putting netherrack in more unnatural formations is going to make sense. Big question now is how are we going to get over there by 150 blocks or so. I think we go around the bastion the other way. We go like this way maybe. Yeah, I think we're going this way. We'll leave this little path though, because that kind of indicates, hey, go out here, and then I'm like, oh, there's a bastion there, I remember. Still kind of getting the lay of the land in the nether. I have not spent a great deal of time in the nether at all. I also didn't bring a hoe with me to take down these warp blocks. But this way we can continue going through the terrain itself. Avoid the bastion, and then dogleg to the right a little bit later. Shroom lights. Go straight through the bastion. Yeah, I would love to, but again, I'm trying to avoid getting too many nether achievements without doing them on camera, and we'd end up getting those with the days because I haven't been into a bastion yet. make the road out of cobble or ghasts might explode this one. Not in this case. The majority of this path is closed off inside the netherrack. Like, if we end up going over a lava lake, it's more of a concern, but right now it's not the biggest of issues. Shout out to the nether ambience, though. Just occasionally screaming at me. And for the most part, this tunnel is going to be very temporary and eventually will establish more of what you might consider a traditional nether hub. But we will do that another time. We were close. We were very close. This could be a backdoor entrance to the bastion, maybe. I thought I'd looked at him for a second. A little concerned. Not that it'd be difficult to defend ourselves, but sometimes I react poorly to these situations. Let's see. Yes, pick block with the mouse scroll wheel is really useful. Thank you for answering that question in the chat for people who are confused. 322. Okay, so we have another 50 blocks or so this way. Went netherite mining the other day and kept hearing Enderman, which was odd because you're at Y15. I mean, depending on which version you play, sometimes you end up with caves down that low. I know Bedrock has caves in the nether instead of those ones that are filled with lava, which honestly would be better for Java players, but I don't know if that's still the same after 118 though, is it? Bedrock players confirm. Ever go back to the museum project after Season 1 ended? Yes, and I'm still working on it when I have time, but I rarely have time to do a great deal other than Survival Guide lately. It's just a bit of a monster because I'm making 5 videos a week, which isn't all that much in terms of play time, but the amount of editing time goes up dramatically. But it's also really nice to be making 5 videos a week. I feel so productive. So, yeah, lately I haven't really had as much time to work on the museum just because I've been so focused on doing survival guide stuff. So now we go 100 blocks that way. And we actually need to go gradually down. And of course we run immediately into a lava source. But if we go down a little bit, we end up around Y57. That should be where this other portal is. I'm sure there will be no problems with that. I mostly say that because I know where this portal ends up. I don't know if there was much in the way of solid landscape next to it. Yeah, I didn't think so. There it is. Well, oh, at least we have a solid drop below us. I almost think we need to go this way and then down, because at least we can see that. We do this. Yeah, this is definitely a bridge that ghasts can blow up. I'm thinking we do something along these lines. Yeah, a little bit more than that. from there, we'll just do one of these. Get a couple of torches up here so we know which way we're going. And then probably break out a little bit more headroom as we go so we're not banging our heads the whole way. Put a safety bar there. And then we can see the portal in front of us. Okay, we'll consider that one connected for now, because I can at least get there. That's the one that goes to the desert temple. That's the furthest one away. As you can tell from this odyssey that we've been on through the nether. And now we should just be able to run back and nothing will go wrong. Project Misha, thank you for the Prime sub. Brand new Prime sub to the channel. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Welcome to the Pixels. There's such a funny looking shipwreck. Yeah, there's a few really odd ones out there. What other games do I enjoy playing excluding Minecraft? I enjoy playing all kinds of games. I'm not really super into stuff like first-person shooters and things. Like, I haven't checked out any of the new, like, Halo or whatever, even though a lot of people say it's really good. I'm sure I could be into that stuff, but the last proper shooter I played was Destiny, like Destiny 1. I did recently reinstall Final Fantasy 13 because I just love that game. And I saw people playing it at GDQ very fast, and I was like, they know more about this game than I thought it was possible to know about this game, so let me try out some of these, like, speedrun strats. Not trying to speedrun the game myself, but just, like, some of the character formations and stuff they use. Just really interesting information in there. And then, I don't know, on Switch I play a few things. I play a bit of Celeste when I'm just, like, chilling on the couch. I like a lot of pixel art games simply because they are not constrained by the need for realistic graphics and they can do a lot of really interesting stuff. I love Stardew Valley. You're in the overworld, you still flinched when you heard that ghast. I'm sorry, that's the problem with streaming from the nether. Sorry, Liara. Dragwolf616, thank you so much for the 4 months. Welcome back. Alright, so that's that one done. Now we do the Ocean Monument one. I closed my screenshots folder. The Ocean Monument one should be nice and easy because that's relatively nearby and is in a different direction, I think. Oh no, it is south. Or oh no, it is towards -Z. I was just facing south when I took the screenshot. Okay. Okay. And that's in a soul sand valley. So towards -X. Yeah, it's at like 2. And then... Hi there, bud. If we just go this way a bit. Once again, creating some nice hoglin spawning tunnels here in the Crimson Forest. Josh LG, or IG, I'm not sure if that's a capital I or a lowercase L, but thank you for the Prime sub. Been playing Final Fantasy X lately on Switch. 10 is a masterpiece. It's so good. I really like a lot of the Final Fantasy games. I started playing them on Switch ages ago. On Switch, on Twitch.
Well, that's just prime.
It sure is. Toms, thank you so much for the Prime resub for 2 months. So this one is actually over there. And it's over there by about another 180 blocks. So this is going to be a journey. We'll learn together. The other thing to remember about paths like this and going over large areas of lava.
Well, that's just prime.
It sure is. Zap Bob, thanks so much for the 13 months. Is that lava doesn't necessarily act like water, and it doesn't always break your fall. In the same way.
That's just prime.
So if you fall onto lava, then you actually take fall damage. So just the fire resist potion probably wouldn't save me from this. But I think we're good. Is that the cobble from when I was getting the strider? It sure is. Yeah, it didn't exactly feel like gathering the rest of that up, you know? Yeah, I don't really feel like getting thrown off of this by a hoglin, so... try and minimize the amount of places that they can just walk into my tunnel here. Luckily, all the hoglins are down there for now. Okay, good. Can breathe a little easier. This is the point at which I'm very happy I'm not the kind of streamer to put in, like, ghast noise sound alerts and things. We end up with a Boy Who Cried Wolf scenario. It's good I'm not a masochist. Yeah, I try not to be. Alright, that's looking better. I'm wearing my my matching nether jumper today. And whoever has selected nether from the lights, good work. Thematic all round. Oh, now we hear ghast noises. Now we hear ghast noises. I guess we are coming up on a soul sand valley. That does make sense. And there's a hoglin. Who I would prefer not to come into my tunnel, thank you. Alright, so we're at the right Y height. We need to be like 6 blocks over that way, but then we also need to be 100 and something blocks this way, so we're okay. Actually, about 90 blocks now, we're not too bad. Ooh, hi there. Hello.
Well, that's just prime.
This is me being glad hoglins aren't the hitbox of spiders. Mobslayer Gaming, thank you for the raids. Crazy Halves and Mini Peepo, thank you so much for the Prime subs, both of you. Can ghasts spawn in biomes other than Soul Sand Valley and Nether Wastes? Yes, they can spawn basically anywhere, I believe. Although you don't get as many of them, typically. And I don't think... Maybe they can't spawn in, like, the forest biomes. That's a good point, actually. I haven't really looked at ghast spawning rules since the Nether update. Because they're just there anyway, you know? Just going to have that there to indicate where we are. We need to go a little further this way. We're aiming for negative 230 on the Z-axis, so I can just remember that. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, welcome in. How's that game going? Is it out yet? I don't think it's out yet, yeah? I've been seeing a lot of people get very excited for that new Pokemon game. I don't think I'd have the time to play it, but it is sort of tempting because I like the concept. There's our portal. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Please die. But a ghast will blow up my tunnel. I think ideally we just want to have a wall here. Because we're already protected by the back wall of this. We'll give ourselves an out into the Soul Sand Valley here, but then we'll just box the rest of this off. Just to use up the netherrack more than anything. Alright. And we're in. Probably replace some of this with actual walkable blocks as well. There we go. Never dig straight up. Alright. So that's that done. Now we can be out of the Nether and let's go do some exploring. Because that one leads to the ocean, the seashore, where the ocean monument is. Here's a lad who is ready to kick me off this bridge. Bridge troll. Oh no. You get out of here for a start. Yeah, that's right. There we go. So now we go this way. Oh yeah, there's our portal. Good, okay. Starting to master the Nether, slowly but surely. Making baby steps here, but that's all we needed to make. Netherrack slabs need to be a thing. Whoa. Always really weird when a lot of piglins have walked through that portal. Because you immediately get all of the noises of them converting. Ghasts only spawn in basalt deltas and soul sand valleys. I find that hard to believe. Mainly because nether wastes exist. And there's not really a whole lot else you can do there. Okay. Yeah, on second thoughts, I don't think I will revoke that advancement because, yeah, it seems a little bit silly to do that when we've already got resources from the biome, you know? Be a bit of a silly thing to do. It's not super important to have all of that stuff on camera. I just like to do most of it on camera. I could just show clips from the stream, but then the clips from the stream is me saying, well, I've got to revoke that now. But no, it's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about it on stream, on a video. It'll be fine. Yeah, it is on camera. It's not like I've flown around looking for a warped forest or anything. We just stumbled into it. Now we need to fly around, and I mean, by fly around, I mean really just walk around everywhere. looking for snow plains. Before we do that, I'm going to run back to the Savannah village via our nether tunnels. And I'm going to buy some more golden carrots because they're good exploring food, and that will also repair some of the durability on my pickaxe. So we're now going to not use any of those tunnels. Instead, we're going to use this one. Yeah, I could also just not use the audio from the clip. There are many ways around this. Any advice on how to stop being a wimp in survival that never scares you? You can start by playing in peaceful. There's an option there, so you don't have to deal with as many of the mobs. There are still mobs in the nether at that point. Piglins still exist. They just lose all their aggressive behaviors. Honestly, though, I think the best solution to being scared of dying in Minecraft is to just have a decent amount of backup gear. So, frankly, if you end up with enough stuff from, like, trading with villagers and whatnot, that you have, like, a decent set of backup diamond tools and whatnot, then you can probably do pretty well getting back on your feet after you've died and lost stuff. Alright, this guy needs to work one more time, which he probably won't do yet. Oh no, maybe he does. It's got to be the work day now. He's just having a good chat with this fella. Let's trade for a few more emeralds over here, because we've got the string for the Fletcher, wherever he's got to. There he is. Oh yes, because we have the saga of this Fletcher just being a menace to society, and mostly a danger to himself. There we go. Bit of extra XP for mending the Silk Touch pickaxe. We don't have any more trades from you yet. The end scares you. The end is a great dimension to build in. There's, yeah, both opinions there, entirely valid. Like, I really like building stuff in the end because it's almost like a blank slate. You know, you can do virtually whatever you want there, and the only thing you have to worry about is Enderman. The problem is you have to worry about Enderman.
That's just prime.
Enderman can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Alright, now we've got like over a stack of golden carrots. I'm good for a while. Excuse me, I'm good for a while. Got a little bit of stuff here that I could take home, including some blocks of quartz. And a bit of netherrack. Slowly but surely moving all of my stuff out of here. The end village in the last survival guide season inspired your current world. Awesome. I love projects like that. They're so fun. But yeah, the void is the main scary thing about the end. And that changes a bit once you've got a Elytra and a decent XP farm, so you can repair them, but taking Minecraft slow this time with a manageable goal so you don't burn yourself out. Very good strategy, in my opinion. I find that rushing Minecraft is a recipe for just not wanting to play it. Yeah, that's another good way to really get over your concerns about the nether or the end, is to play with keep inventory on for a while. So that if you end up dying, you're like, oh, okay, that's an experience I can learn from, but I don't have to spend days and days grinding to get my stuff back, you know? That's the main thing, really. Like, the death itself doesn't matter as much as all of the time loss from restoring all of your old gear. Alright, chat. I'm going to take a poll. How do I do that? / poll. There we go. It's not an exclamation mark thing, is it? Which direction is the snow biome. North, south, east, west. 3-minute poll. Go. You're basically picking the direction that we travel. We'll probably deviate a little bit left and right naturally as we go, depending on like where the river travel spots are, where the terrain gives us a giant mountain, whether we climb that or not. That kind of thing. Plot twist, it's up. I think we're fine with that. It's not down either. Mob drops, there we go. Yeah, I just want to explore a whole bunch. Like, hopefully we will find a snow biome. And if we do, I'm going to be looking around for potential igloos to scout for research stations. But also we get to look at snow villages while we're there, that kind of thing. Is there another zombie pigman here, or have they all despawned now? You trampled my carrots, you swine. You literal swine. Yeah, there are other areas that I have explored that haven't been in videos yet. Like the ocean to the north is kind of where I went to get the ocean monument. So there are still some areas which I have explored, you just necessarily haven't seen. But whichever direction we travel, we're going to be traveling further than we've been before, in theory. So you folks can help me decide, and either way, we'll just have a fun time looking around. What does swine mean? A synonym for pig. Do we know the hierarchy of mending restoration? Does armor happen before what's in hand? Which piece of armor gets it first? It splits it between whatever you've got equipped sort of randomly. So it doesn't necessarily do like helmet, then chest plate, then leggings, then boots. It'll just kind of like randomly divide it up. You can see this if you... this is a Java player thing, but it's minor. If you hold a pickaxe in your offhand and a pickaxe in your main hand and both have mending, both have been damaged, and you just gain a lot of XP, you kind of do this, because the one on the left is getting XP and then the one on the right is getting XP, and it just kind of alternates between the two. So it randomizes it between the items that still need repairing. Which direction is the snow biome? A lot of people went with the east, 37% with 128 votes. The next one was north with 25%. So I guess we are heading east towards the rising sun. Okay. Okay, I'll take that. I believe east is where some of the deserts and stuff are as well, but there is obviously going to be a little bit of deviation in the way that we travel. We might as well set off. I can sleep on the way because I have a bed, so not the biggest concern. Mostly we're just going to have a chill exploration stream. We're going to chop some landscapes here on Tuesdays, because I'm still learning about where a lot of stuff in the world is, and I don't need to do a lot of resource gathering right now because we're not planning any major builds right away. I mostly just want to get the lay of the land, find locations that we can talk about, generated features in future videos, that kind of thing. Good luck finding cold biomes where the desert is. Yes, well, the implication, of course, is that we find a cold biome and we look around for more cold biomes from there. We'll be passing Lilypad Lake on our left. But if we find, like, a spruce forest, for example, that's really where cold biomes tend to begin. Segueing from the temperate biomes into those, and then we end up with... snowy mountains and stuff like that potentially leading into them as well. This wasn't the best way around here, was it? There we go. Added a little bit of water to the lake in the process. Doing a little bit of water assisted parkour. There we go. Got there in the end. Oh, there's a couple of lava lakes over here as well. Hi, that's good. Good. Surface sources of obsidian are actually quite valuable now, because you have to go much further underground to get like decent-sized lava lakes. You can still run into them, of course, underground, basically anywhere, but I find that surface lava lakes are going to be very worth having around if you need some obsidian before going to the end. So over there in the field is where we got our first horses. That's the ruined nether portal that we raided over here. The pillager outpost is just beyond that over there. There's another pillager outpost on a hill over there somewhere. I'm starting to get a feel for where stuff is now. We might also, by the way, be grabbing a couple of bee nests if they're quite convenient, because I do want to do some more bee farming later. Of course it's raining. Is it thunderstorm raining? No, it's just regular raining. Okay. Would I ever join Hermitcraft if given the chance? No, I would not. Oh no, rain! It's fine. It started quite early in the day, so we're going to have to put up with this for another, like, 5 or 6 minutes, but then we'll just be able to sleep again. This is what I mean about deviating from our eastward path here a little bit, because we'll end up going north or south as the terrain dictates. But I do want to climb some of these hills and see what's up. Kind of literally what's up, I guess. Is the bedrock layer the same for every seed in the new update? I think so. I don't think bedrock is necessarily seed driven now, but I haven't really looked into it. Don't like the weather change they made. I don't know why. I mean, the fact that it rains more frequently. I think it feels more natural, and it's, in a way, it's good because it means that sleeping all the time doesn't increase, like, doesn't decrease the chances of getting a thunderstorm, because thunderstorms you just have to wait forever otherwise. But, I mean, you still have to wait for rain and you don't know when it's going to happen, so it's still kind of like, I don't know. It is something I feel like the players should have more control over, but I don't think their control should be limited by the same factors that control things like, do phantoms spawn? What happens if you update an old world to 118 where bedrock starts lower? They replace all of the bedrock with that layer of deep slate that generates like around Y4 and 5 and blends down into the deep slate below that. So basically all of your old bedrock will convert to deep slate if it's above a certain height. If you've made a hole in the world, or like in a skyblock map, for example, where there is no bedrock layer, then it won't generate bedrock below that. It basically looks for anything that is deep enough already, but has bedrock at the bottom of it, and it builds all the cave layers underneath that and replaces the bedrock with deep slate. I don't know if it does it in that order, but... Why wouldn't I join Hermitcraft? I don't want to. There is a lot of being part of a multiplayer server that relies on, or the point of it becomes other people. And I like having the level of control over the world that I do, not having to rely on other people, if that makes more sense. Like, it's difficult to explain. Sometimes I go through periods of lucidity where I'm a lot more able to articulate this, but today doesn't seem to be one of those days. Okay, it's not quite dark enough. Just wanted to check that before we head over the water here. I might head for the highlands over here. I'm trying to avoid jungle biomes because I know those are going to be the warmer spots. I want to keep the spyglass out as well, because there are occasional little caves and spots like that that I quite enjoy being able to look at from a distance. I don't want to is a perfectly valid and complete answer in your opinion. Yeah, I'm of that opinion myself, but I don't know. It's not the no-brainer you think it is, basically. It is wild to me that even with the mob spawning changes, there are still areas of roofed forests where it is possible for mobs to spawn during the day. There might be a couple of caves around, but like, I guess it is also skylight that, you know, doesn't necessarily affect things as much. So if it blocks a certain amount of skylight, then there's no block light around. That could make sense. Just have the bucket of water in case we need it. And of course we're running into jungle anyway. Yeah, pretty awesome looking ravine. I do occasionally want to stop and go caving in those places because the caves always look really interesting, but I'm also like, nope, not the objective today. Don't get distracted, remain focused. So yeah, to the immediate east is basically entirely jungle. So I'm going to go... What is this going to be? South? Nailed it. South for a little bit. I always get confused with compass directions. I'm too used to, like, up, down, right, and left. It's never all that good at orienteering. Simon is the best. Welcome in. Survival guide is going well. We are looking for snow biomes, because I still haven't found one, despite having played in this world for... Time played. 3.94 real-time days. And in terms of Minecraft days, 462. Still haven't found a snow biome anywhere. I mean, we found groves and snowy mountain peaks, but we haven't found like a tundra where an Arctic village would spawn. So still looking for some of that. Absolutely rubbish nether portals. Massive frame though. 2 gold blocks up there. I'm going to ignore those for now. Again, not the objective. And a little ocean inlet that we can probably just row out into instead of all of this jumping around. Watch literally every episode of the Survival Guide. Well, thank you so much. It means a lot. Good to know that I have A, dedicated viewers, and B, that I'm helping people play this game. Because, yeah, this game is wacky at times and can be very unpredictable. Case in point, the fact that I don't have a decent desert within about 3,000 blocks of spawn, as we have discovered. But I finally found a desert temple. I'm just so happy about that. Fake ocean, I know, right? It's a river. The whole thing was a river the entire time. What's the opposite of Waterworld? There's an ocean, though. At last. The true ocean. I can tell I'm loading new chunks because it does actually get a little bit choppy between that, the rain, and the streaming. This is getting very close to the vibe of that jungle lagoon where the jungle temple was. Seed is almost all desert. The nearest Badlands is 4,000 blocks away. What it gives with one hand, it takes away with the other. Although in the case of that desert, that's a really cool looking... The sparse jungle biome, when it gets hilly, chef's kiss. What's the topic of the next episode? Tomorrow's episode is all about ocean monuments, as I kind of hinted earlier on. I started out by... Finally, we can sleep away this rain. I started out by going to the village and buying an Ocean Explorer map just to let people know you can do that. And that led me to a completely different ocean monument in a different ocean, so I thought that was kind of cool. But then we go raid 2 monuments, we find sponge, we bring back a ton of dark prismarine and sea lanterns because they're the hardest blocks to craft. And yeah, we have a good time with it. We're not going to make a guardian farm for a while, though. We will, of course, eventually, but I do think we'll save farming some of that stuff for much later in the series, because in the original survival guide, I basically went straight to, like, Ocean Monument, 2-episode Guardian Farm build, and then that was it. But we didn't really do a whole lot with it from that point, whereas I think I want to have, like, projects in mind for some of the stuff that we build the bigger, like, farms for. 3-mast shipwreck. Not going to go on a buried treasure tangent today, but maybe later. We need to continue east because that's the direction chat voted for. But we are now about 900 blocks north, so hopefully we'll find something a little different to all of the jungles.
Well, that's just...
There's a lot of very temperate biomes around here. We've got flower forests, we've got some regular kind of birch forests, and then it starts getting warmer in various directions. I've not really seen it get into cold biome territory at all. Leonard, thank you so much for the Prime sub. What's up, Vinka?
Well, that's just Prime.
Not going to use conduits as my primary light source. Not for the moment. Got a nice flower forest over here. Look at all of these tulips. I don't have any bone meal on me to check if they regrow in the same areas. Tyler with the 19-month resub. Thank you so much for the 19 months. 19 months of pure joy of watching. Well, thank you. What are cold biomes apart from snowy biomes? Ice spikes biomes would be really cool to find. There's snowy taiga biomes where you find Arctic foxes as well. Mostly I want a snow plains, though, for a chance of finding an igloo for tomorrow's... Oh, no, Thursday's episode. Of course, there's a savanna over there. Why wouldn't there be? What's the thing that helps me choosing a block palette for builds? Reference material, usually. Like, if I'm building a cyberpunk city, for example, I get a bunch of reference material, get a bunch of, like, Google image searches going, and then try and match blocks from Minecraft with some of the materials that you see in the scene. If you're building a medieval town, then it's going to be easy because it's going to be a lot of, like, stone brick and wooden beams, but if you're building something that's a little bit off the beaten path, then you're going to find you need to start matching some of that stuff. Like, you need to start having a bit of deep slate brick in there for a slightly grimier look. You need to start using colored glass for, like, neon signs. You're picking your colors more carefully at that point. You're going with the kind of magenta and cyan aesthetic that happens a lot in cyberpunk rave stuff. Yeah, I'll collect some bees here and there, but it's not like I said, it's not the main focus. It's also kind of awkward when I want to collect the nest with the bees inside it, and you see a couple of bees buzzing around. They're, like, outside of the nest, so I don't want to wait until nightfall for them to be guaranteed to fly back in there. If there's, like, 3 bees around a nest already, then that makes it quite difficult to find. To take them all home with you, you know? This does sound a bit like Terraria music. I was thinking that. It's got that Terraria cave music vibe going on. It is called Enigmatic Night, which I don't know if that has anything to do with Terraria or not. Is the Minecraft world round or flat? It's flat. You travel 30 million blocks in every direction and there's a world border. It's also only 256 blocks high above sea level, so Hey, look, another ocean monument. What do you do with all the bows, arrows, and bones from a skeleton spawner? The bones are probably the most useful thing. The bows are good for making dispensers, because you can craft dispensers with broken bows now. Maybe disenchant some of the bows for extra XP from a grindstone, but it's pittance. You don't really need it. As for the arrows, I just burn them all because I have infinity. But the arrows you could potentially craft into tipped arrows later if you want to use some of those, especially once they make crossbows better. If you're in Bedrock Edition already, a crossbow loaded with harming arrows is absolutely deadly. You can, like, one-shot a Ravager because all of the arrows will hit the same target. There's no, like, cooldown on how frequently something can be hit with arrows. Well, so far, folks, East has not been that successful. We're nearly 5,000 blocks out, and we have yet to find anything that looks like a cold biome. Will I be raiding a bastion soon? That's what I'm trying to work out. If we do a bastion or a woodland mansion for Friday's episode, because presuming we find a snowy biome today, which I could do a little bit more searching off camera or just in tomorrow's episode if we don't actually find one. But presuming we do, oh, it's looking promising. We've got a frozen ocean. If this isn't just isolated here, we could have cold biomes whenever we reach land. Yeah, I want to do an igloo and a pillager outpost are going to be the structures for Thursday's video. And then on Friday, we'll talk about woodland mansions or bastions. I think we can dedicate one entire video to each of those structures. Like, we couldn't do both of them in the same video. But so far, all of the structures we'll have covered this week have been in the overworlds. And so I like the idea of doing a woodland mansion. It's also going to be the furthest to travel to because of the Woodland Explorer maps not always showing you the nearest location, but also it being potentially like tens of thousands of blocks away. Am I taking part in Clash of the Creators this weekend? Yes, I am. It's going to be super fun. Oh, that's a snowy tiger. We found a snowy tiger. We are here on a fact-finding trip only. So what I'm after here is... There's a geo down there. What I'm after here is locations. I'm after coordinates. I don't want to know whether the igloo is definitely a research station or not. I just want to show people igloos. And if we find one that's a research station, so much the better. But chat, you nailed it with the east call. A little bit further out than I would have liked. We're at 5,500 blocks and counting. But we do appear to have a colder stretch of biomes here. I will also get to talk about Frozen Ocean, which is nice. I haven't encountered one of these yet. There's polar bears out here. There's a snowy peaks. Or is it Frozen Peaks? Mountain over here. So yeah, a lot of dense spruce forest. Still haven't found an old growth pine taiga yet. I'm starting to get the name right now. I wonder if that's the biome that has been through the most name changes. Other than the Nether being split into 5 biomes, I mean. But I feel like Extreme Hills has been through a few different name changes lately too. Because that was mountains for a bit, and then when they decided to add the new mountains in, now that's like... It was back to being Extreme Hills for a while, and now it's called, like, Windswept Hills, or something like that, I think. It's got a whole different name now. Is this the tallest mountain we would have climbed? No, not really. Barely even. Oh, that's a nice view, though. Love to see views like this. Oh, very nice. Nice little basin here. Could be a good like ski resort build around here somewhere. And all I would have to do would be build the houses. Not the entire mountain this time, huh? Let's sleep for the night on top of this mountain. Nice and warm. With all the goats. Secretly wishing for that goat to ram me? I know, right? Ram me into that ravine. Be cool to build a working chairlift. I considered that. I felt like the easiest way to do it would have been minecarts, because to push anything like that, you've really got to make, like, slime block flying machines or something. And having them go diagonal is awkward. They look very conspicuously not like real-life chairlifts, is the main problem. So, yeah, not always going to work out for us. Bit of powder. Should get a bucket of water on me just in case. I should have brought my leather boots for this, really, but we're mostly okay here. This is a grove biome, so there's going to be powder around, but a lot of this is just snow gathering under the trees. Oh, that's more powder as well. Where to go? It's funny, you see a large area of powder snow, you start to very quickly get a feel for what is and what isn't powder. The overall texture is very, very different feeling in large clusters of it. Would I have a speedrun? No, I'm not really that interested in the Minecraft speedrunning scene. The stuff I do with Minecraft Bingo is the closest I would get to it, I think, but not really interested in it. Mostly because I don't think I can match the level of skill that some of the more competitive runners have, and for me it would be all about, you know, trying to be up there with the competitive runners. Like, it's fun to do that stuff just for laughs if you want to, but personally I feel like the competition would be the point, you know? Got some wolves. What's my biggest wish for the wild update? That it comes out on time and everyone's happy about it. I mean, specifically that the developers are happy about it, but... Well, so far we've got mountains here, but we don't have any snow tundra anywhere. We've got taiga biomes and snowy taigas. I mean, this is probably a grove, right? Well, that's actually snowy taiga. Interesting. Do you know how you can tell the difference, chat? I'm sure some of you do. Any bright sparks want to tell me the difference between a snowy taiga and a grove? Other than, like, elevation. Grass color might be one. It's more notably the fact that there are grass blocks here at all. Because it's full snow blocks that are really the difference. Like, you look at this, it's not Optifine. I don't run Optifine on the Survival Guide world. So all of the terrain around here, with the exception of the occasional dirt blocks under the surface, it's all full snow blocks. And that's how the powder snow gets mixed in. Whereas if you get into a snowy taiga, like over there, it's snow layers on top of grass blocks. And so you end up with grass, you end up with, like, ferns growing and stuff. Occasional bits and pieces like that. It's not really something you need to know, it's just, it's there if you have trouble distinguishing between the two. But yeah, you get a lot more ferns in the snowy taiga because you can actually grow stuff on grass blocks. They don't place themselves on full snow blocks. Why did I choose not to run Optifine this season? Mainly because I would have to explain Optifine right up front. Because Optifine sometimes takes, you know, a moment or two to update after, you know, they put out a 0.1 or 0.2 release of an update like this. And because I felt like I didn't want to rely on it for a little while. When they had alternatives like the spyglass for zooming. I don't really need any of the kind of performance aspects of Optifine anymore. The only thing I really want to use it for is connected glass textures. But I don't want to be beholden to Optifine for, like, whether or not I make content. That's really mainly it. There is, of course, a drowned ruin over there. In open defiance of the fact that I want to find an igloo, they have given me a structure of similar size but different contents. What's my opinion on mud bricks coming in 1.19? I mean, they seem like a cool concept. I like the fact that we have mud to begin with. The fact that mud has all of those mechanics with it turning into clay and stuff. That's super fun. Just the Ilmango video about all of the different block transformations there can now be in 1.19. With, like, dirt becoming mud, becoming clay, and then moss, and then all of the other stuff you can do with that, and like everything going through to like glazed terracotta and whatnot. But yeah, renewable clay is cool. I'm glad we have that. I feel like we've got a lot more clay now in lush caves anyway, but I do think having renewable clay is a bonus. Anything being renewable is a bonus. This is kind of neat. A little bit of a grotto vibe to this. Pirate Cove, maybe? It's got a little bit of an open section there, and a lot of it seems very geometric, but I do like a cave that you can row into. I gotta say, like, being able to do this, just do donuts around this. There's a little bit of snow coming down into the cave there as well, I think I saw. Like up here. Interesting. We have renewable gravel already. We just need renewable sand. Sand is the main one now. Sand is abundant but not renewable, and it annoys me. And yes, gravity block jeepers are a thing, but that's not intended mechanics. I would just like there to be something that can give us more sand than the Wandering Trader does, that's all. Without having to cannibalize the entire end just for a sand farm. Still no snowy plains? Not as far as I can see, although we have... an old growth pine tiger. We might have a little bit more snowy plains behind these mountains. I'm just rowing around them right now because it's the convenient way to travel instead of hopping over all of these potentially powder snow blocks. How's the early response to new survival guide season been for me compared to last season? I love the pacing more this time. It's... Oh, chat. Oh, we found one. Oh, dear. Well, this changes the landscape a little bit, literally. 6,800 blocks. Not bad for a woodland mansion, I gotta say. Not bad. Right on the coast as well. Good location, ocean views. Going for 2.5 million on Zoopla, or whatever the house sites are called. I don't know houses. That's also a very cool mountain peak. Look at this. In before I get adventuring time as well, by the way. I don't think I will because you need the end biomes, but... We're 39 of 50. We're not too bad. Yeah, so having the coordinates for that is useful because I can determine whether or not the villager is selling me a map to a location that's further away. Again, the weirdest way to climb a cliff. $2.5 mil not in California. Does it feel like we're in California? Ignore the redwoods. That's a big mansion too. Look at that. Imagine if the entrance was there. I think the entrance might actually have to spawn on, like, ground that you can walk in on land from, but if it doesn't, that'd be hilarious. Two bedroom, 0 bath, private ocean access. Yeah, 0 bath. Handy jail. Oh, that's cute. Moss into Podzol, huh? Interesting. I do like an open, lush cave. Looks like it's going to be a Woodland Mansion episode on Friday. I think that's probably decided it for us, yeah, to be fair. Totems of Undying, though. There's an interesting concept. There's a concept we can take into a Piglin Bastion. It's the fun thing, there's a really small portion of Darkwood Forest in there and still generated a mansion. Yes. Yeah, I have some really large Dark Oak Forest elsewhere. Which direction are we headed now? West? We're kind of headed back the way we came. Let's go this way instead. Yeah, the Moss into Podzol is an interesting combo. And it looks like there's a lush cave throughout the entirety of this. That's fun. See a tropical fish just like leap out of the water down there? Am I going to build a portal for a slightly faster journey home? Here's the thing, probably not. I do have my ender chest on me, so I do have enough obsidian. There's lava there as well, so I could get more obsidian if I wanted to, but it also means digging back through the nether a ways, and I didn't bring my gold boots with me, so I don't really feel like tangling with piglins on the way. I also don't know where the portal's going to turn up, and I want to do a lot more connecting of these different landscapes and stuff in the actual YouTube episodes themselves. Whoa, look at this though. That's cool. Well, frankly, if we end up building like a national park or something, the river going through this, that's gorgeous. And like the hills on the opposite side being that tall is brilliant. It's so far away. But then again, like the mountain biome that I built in Survival Guide 1 was like 5,000 blocks away diagonally, like on both axes. So it's more like 7,000 blocks when you take Pythagoras' theorem into account. But who does that? Yeah, no, I'm into it. We got Icy River down there as well, so I might head back that way and see if we can run into something Snow Plains-ish. Gosh, I like this. Let's take a screenshot of that, at least. This is the one time I think, you know, just being able to take a screenshot with shaders might be a good reason to install, like, Optifine or Iris or whatever. The main reason I'm not using fabric mods is just because there's so many of them. And again, I don't really need them for performance. But, like, I find a good spot to look at this without big trees being in the way. Over here was a good one. Yeah. Be like Deep Slate National Park or whatever. I'm trying to think of something that's the equivalent of Yellowstone, and I'm not really doing a great job of that, but hey. What a lovely place. Tony Mahoney with the 2 months. Thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime, and Old Absmilliard gifting a sub there. Thank you very much. Have a few more golden carrots. Hey, Cryptic. Welcome in. It's your first time watching the stream, or first time chatting at least. Lovely to have you here, and thank you for the kind words about the survival guide and the recap. Which is better, F2 or Windows and print screen? I don't know what Windows and print screen does. Alt print screen makes sure you print just the window you have open, I guess. But, no, I tend to use F2. Just dumping all the screenshots into a dedicated Minecraft folder is better for me. Let's do some ice flow rafting, shall we? What are the coordinates here? We're at 7,1330. Both positive. Grimstone National Park. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bit of a nod to the devs there. Is that a tiger village? I think we found a tiger village. Take the coordinates of this as well so we can say hi to them in an episode. Oh, and wait a second. Hold up, hold up. Lush Quarry. My favorite. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's nice. It kind of winds down there. With the shelves of clay and everything. It always looks so cool. Yeah, I found one specific terrain feature back in one of the experimental snapshots when they first changed all of the surface terrain. Quick screenshot of that. Lovely. In which the this frozen river led up to this basin that had one of those kind of... It was like a quarry-shaped thing, but had the massive pillar of rock in the center, where it had generated a support pillar for a cave, but then the cave roof didn't exist. And I checked that location to see how it changed in every experimental snapshot after that, and it was so cool looking. A few people have told me that they found igloos on the sides of mountains occasionally, just because of some wonky terrain generation. So we might want to look up there sometimes, but there's a little deep slate jaw up there, not deep slate dripstone. I always confuse the two when I'm not thinking straight. How's my Nether Portal nausea animation so smooth? If you go into video settings, distortion effects and FOV effects are two sliders that you can control. I have mine set to 50% and 33% respectively. Hopefully to reduce nausea for people watching as well, but I also find the nausea effect a little bit heavy-handed, I want to say. Every time the trees thin out slightly, I get excited that we might actually have found what I'm looking for, but... I think what we'll end up doing, since the Woodland Mansion is relatively close... If we find an igloo out here, we can kind of combine the two videos, you know? Or like, combine the two recording sessions, rather. So we'd have Pillager Outpost, Igloo, and then show the Ocean Monument at the end. The Ocean Monument, the Woodland Mansion. Show the Woodland Mansion at the end of that episode and be like, right, now we're going to tackle one of these things. That way it can be like cliffhanger for the final episode of the week. See, I don't think we're going to find an igloo unless we find a snow plains, like a snowy tundra biome. Whoa. Let me show you how to drift. Oh. Yeah. And a snow village. Wonderful. So snow villages have snowy houses in them, but they aren't specifically the igloo type that I'm looking for. Oh my goodness, rabbit massacre, hello? The local cats are brutal. Oh, look at this. This is so nice. There's a little farm over there. Their little bell structure. Yeah, they have doors on these igloos. That's kind of the giveaway. Chat, we've done it. Heck yeah. All right. So, for our fact-finding trip, we have the coordinates of a lot of very good stuff. What are my PC specs? Up there in the top right. They're also in the description of the stream, by the way, so you can go and look at that anytime. Or on my About section of my YouTube channel. So I don't know for certain if that igloo, right on the edge of that forest, actually, is going to have a research station, so we need a backup igloo, ideally. I'd like to show the differences between the two. The main differences being this one just has carpet, not carpet that leads down to secret zombie plague research center. Any idea if there'll ever be a Java update with RTX graphics? Probably not, because on Bedrock Edition they can at least guarantee a certain level of performance. But on Java Edition, you know, people with even decent setups struggle to get 60 FPS sometimes. Backup igloo! Alright, so we have igloos around here. Perfect, perfect. Wonderful. Very happy with that. What a good trip! So now all I need to do is record Thursday's video 7,000 blocks away from spawn, and we're good. Is the killer bunny still in the game? It's in the code, but it's not naturally spawning anywhere, and it never really reached a full release where it spawned naturally. You can summon it with commands, that's about it. Oh, that ended so abruptly. I was hoping we'd just drift over some of these pockets of water, but I guess not. Excuse me! Polar bear is like, don't talk to me or my son ever again. Monday's episode is going to be how to find your way back home via the Nether. I mean, possibly. Swing by a bastion on our way home. Get killed by piglin brutes. We're in Nether Portal over there. Not going to touch that. This is like nature documentary mode, Pixel Riffs. We look, but we don't touch. We take the coordinates, we tag the villagers to make sure they're safe, and then we vanish into the night. Oh, look, llamas. So just from that stretch of river, we traveled about 500 blocks in seconds. So I love the ice boat method of travel. We're going to set up ice roads in the Nether, I think, connecting to stuff like the desert eventually. That or decent size elytra tunnels. It's probably the dream. Being killed by a brute is one way to get home. I mean, you're not wrong. Would still rather keep all of my equipment, though. Still haven't died in this world yet. Insert David Attenborough voiceover? Yes. Absolutely. So what are we going to do for the last hour of stream? I feel like we accomplished that much faster than I expected. What can we do? What shall we? Incoming ridiculous death. All deaths in Minecraft are ridiculous. None of them are satisfying. Maybe bingo or coming back? Maybe. We'll see. I've died many times in this world. Nope. Time since last death equal to time played. Number of deaths 0. Still haven't potted any more plants since we last looked. That's a snowy beach biome in disguise. Do I know anything about Hypixel and when it might be released, or at least a beta? Are you talking about Hytale? Because Hypixel has been around for years. Hytale, no, absolutely not. I haven't really been following Hytale. Like, I follow a couple of the devs on Twitter because it is interesting that a game like that is in development to begin with. And I think they got acquired by Riot a while ago, so they're now made by the same people who make, like, League of Legends and stuff. But, again, Riot must have taken a look at what they had and thought, we need to develop this. Like, no disrespect to the people who were making Hytale in the first place, but they want to make sure that they can follow through on what they promised. What they promised was a lot. Like, wow. Hey, it's Minecraft, but with more intensive graphics and built-in questing system and vertical slabs and places you can go and watch YouTube videos from in-game, because, like, how does that work for licensing exactly? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, they've got a lot that they're doing. Hytale seems like one of those kind of pie-in-the-sky sort of games. It's still clearly being made, but man, is that going to be a bigger development effort than they ever expected it to be, I think. Ambitious, yes. Feels like they wanted to design a Minecraft killer rather than just making a game. I think they wanted to design what they imagine Minecraft as being in their heads. And the problem with that, for me, is that that's part of the joy of Minecraft, is that you can project your own expectations onto it, and everything becomes greater than what you've actually seen on screen. Like, look at the recent rise in kind of narrative SMP, like lore SMP stuff, like Dream SMP, like Empires, like Hermitcraft doing their kind of storyline stuff. It's all happening in this ridiculous blocky game, but, like, everybody brings the imagination to the table with them. And the people who are into the storyline stuff get really invested because they imagine it all happening in their heads, and the stuff on screen is just, like, blocky dramatization of it. And then it really comes to life in all of the fan animation stuff and all of the things where people can give it more character and smoother motion and better physics and stuff that makes it feel like, you know, not Minecraft. I think the further you get away from that into something that actually has all of that stuff in it, the less room there is for people to project their own imagination onto it. And you end up with a game that doesn't necessarily have the same draw. Like, I think Minecraft being so graphically simplistic, obviously mechanically kind of dense, but also easy to understand from the outset, is its greatest asset. And I don't know if Hytale has the same feel to it at all. It feels very much like they're trying to create their own universe and tell their own story instead of providing a canvas for everybody else to tell their stories. I mean, case in point, so much of what I've seen of Hytale so far has just been fan art. Like, it's probably got the biggest fan art community for an unpublished game that isn't like a sequel to, you know, I'm sure people have made a lot of, like, God of War Ragnarok fan art because the original game gave them a lot to work with. But I think, like, Minecraft gives you the option to create your own stories in a way that I don't know if Hytale is going to. That said, Hytale also boasted one of the things that they said they were planning on releasing was, like, a set of creator tools that effectively allowed you to build and use the game like a machinima studio. It was like, this is, you can turn this into a film set. It basically has the kind of stuff that people mod into Minecraft for video production stuff like replay mod and whatnot. Like, that's all built into the game, supposedly. Again, so much to do on the back end before you even get to, like, is this a game or not? I genuinely don't know what Hytale is. And at that point, Minecraft has 11, 12 years of familiarity. It's the world's best-selling game. I think even if Hytale turned out to be a fantastic experience and a ton of people who played Minecraft moved to Hytale and their communities came with them and people enjoyed playing Hytale. For a start, you're going to get a bit of backlash from the people who just want to be contrary and want to support this thing that they have like this decade of loyalty to at this point. But you're still not going to kill Minecraft just because of the amount of people in the player base. The amount of people who play on devices that Hytale is not going to be available on, like mobile devices, for example. I presume one of the things Riot wants to do is get it on mobile. Because I think when they announced Hytale in beta, they didn't plan on launching it on platforms other than Windows. Windows is like a tenth of Minecraft's player base. So if you can't play... Oh, that's a ravine. Not a big one, but a considerable one. Like, yeah, it would be, you know, difficult to put something with the ambition of Hytale onto mobile devices, but then mobile devices have also moved on in terms of the gaming experience you can have on them. You look at all of the popular gaming experiences for the last however long. Like, as soon as PUBG got big, they put it on mobile. Fortnite's had a mobile version. Like, all of the massive games. I feel like maybe GTA 5 is probably the biggest game that doesn't really... Like, does it have any kind of mobile component to it? Does it have, like, a second screen kind of GTA app? Is it like the mobile phone that you can use in-game and you can control it from an iPad or something? Like... I just think there's got to be mobile components to any games you pitch at that demographic. Because some kids are just happier on a tablet, some parents are happier with their kids on tablets. There's a mobile in GTA 5, there you go. So you buy GTA 5 to have a mobile phone instead of buying a mobile phone to have GTA. I get you, I get you. Imagine if that was how it worked. Imagine if you could literally call people from within GTA and Rockstar charged it like a cell phone network. That would be wild. Can you imagine that level of, like... That's almost what Hytale are doing with their YouTube, like, cinema room implementation. GTA San Andreas had an older version on mobile. I expect it didn't on release. It's just something that they've been able to do since because... mobile devices have better processor and graphics capabilities than they did when GTA San Andreas came out. GTA had a mobile app, but it didn't really do that well, plus it didn't help with GTA Online. Yeah, fair. I guess the online component is the main thing for people. People want to be able to shoot their friends with rocket launchers, I get it. I've been down that road. Mostly with Worms. Love a good game of Worms. Haven't played for ages, but I had Worms Armageddon on the PlayStation 1. Peak PlayStation gameplay. Minecraft needs a better way for people to develop on the platform and generate revenue like Roblox. I mean, that's what the marketplace is. And Roblox has a lot of very difficult legal issues with, like, effectively exploiting and making money off a player base that they shouldn't be and stuff. Like, a lot of the stuff that's happening in Roblox is really shady. I watched a really interesting video from Hank Green about TikTok and how TikTok's revenue share works yesterday. And I had no idea that what they do at TikTok is basically like a creator fund that isn't necessarily a split of TikTok's overall revenue the way YouTube works. And I was like, that's wild. Like, the more creators are on TikTok, the less they get paid. It's really, like, it's bizarre stuff. I have a feeling that's going to change at some point. Something's got to give, you know? Do I have an Xbox or a PS5? No, I have a PS4, but I mostly use it to watch Blu-rays and Netflix. I'll even watch YouTube on it some nights. I think we are back at where my nether portal to the jungle is. So I can actually get back from here. In fact, a good way of getting to and from that... Let me check the coords again. Where was this? I mean, I guess it's still like 3,000 blocks off, but I could go to the desert, and now we have the coordinates for that place. I could go... There's a zombie over there just chilling, and now he's gone. It was kind of like a Herobrine moment, except green. I could go to the desert temple portal, and then, like, use that to get further out so I don't have to do as much running, maybe. I could do that. If you think about it, even reality TV shows are using the participants for content. Yeah, I mean, game show format stuff is a little bit different because they can at least be upfront and they have people signing a contract and everything. But then that's more like, you know, you're here to play a game. This track really is like Terraria. Again, no idea if any of this stuff is directly sampling it, but it does sound quite similar. Okay, now I have to get back from here without any gold armor. Assuming for a second that I didn't put my gold armor in here. I didn't. I put an enchanted golden apple in there. So we might have to fight some piglins on the way back, but that's fine. And yeah, I could mine some gold from around here, but I don't really need to. I don't want to make another set of gold boots. Does the shield glitch still work in 1.18.1? I have heard of this. I have not tried it, so I don't know for certain. And frankly, because of the way stuff like that works in Minecraft, whenever it's like you hold down this button and this thing is permanently activated, I presume that as soon as you right-clicked or something, it would unblock? Or maybe that's not the nature of the glitch, I don't know for certain. When will I be doing Minecraft Bingo again? I mean, we could finish up with a round of Bingo today, because we got all of the stuff I've just got done a lot faster than I expected to do it. I think that makes sense. Beautiful. We're back. Unfortunately, the sheep farm doesn't work when you're away from the spawn chunks, even though it's in the spawn chunks, because I think the grass spread is based on random ticks, so a player needs to be nearby. So unfortunately, we don't have more than a stack and a half of wool in some of these yet. What is a Minecraft bingo? Should we show them? Should we show them, chat? Yeah, let's do it. All right, we'll change the stream title. We'll do a Minecraft bingo. I was not expecting to do a Minecraft bingo today, but we're doing it. All right. Going to be a little bit jittery while it loads up Minecraft again, so bear with me. And we'll aim for a sub 30 time again, because it's always fun when we do that. But yeah, honestly, I can't think of a huge amount that I'd want to do in Survival Guide right now that's not just, like, working on the next episodes, you know? I feel like things can free up a little bit more when we have, like, more projects to work on and things. Yes, Mooster, you did join just in time for Minecraft Bingo. Amazingly, we find ourselves here again. Alright. Load up the world. I know what I'm doing. Can you get a brief description of how Minecraft Bingo works? Of course. So when we load into this world, I seem to be at the start of a run already. That's weird. And I immediately died. Great. So, you're given a card with 25 items on it, and the goal is to find all of these items as quickly as possible. And a lot of them are more than just, like, grab this resource, right? I think the simplest things is stuff like saplings, which just require a little bit of RNG for them to drop from leaves. But then it tests your knowledge of Minecraft and the breadth of items that you can get. You end up finding stuff that you don't normally go for, things like rabbit hide and hearts of the sea, various other bits and pieces. And really, it's just about finding all of the items here in the shortest amount of time. You can play it multiplayer, you can play it single player. This is all a world that you can download. If you do !bingo in the chat, you'll see a download link for from Noinance's GitHub page, and you can download the world directly from that. It'll come with the resource pack and the data pack installed that lets you play Minecraft Bingo. It is only available for 1.16.5 right now, so you would have to, like, roll back your Minecraft version in the launcher. Just don't open any of your old worlds and you'll be fine. But you have to play this in 1.16 because the data pack doesn't work in more recent versions. So for now, we're going to hit generate random cards, and it's going to give us 25 new items. One of which is a pumpkin pie, which is kind of difficult because you've got to get a chicken to lay an egg, and then you've got to find pumpkins, and there's a few tricky things on there. Yeah, a few people said 7, so we're going to go with 7. We've already done 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do this. What are the difficult items on here? The name tag is the main one, because that's dungeon loot, and you can't really find them anywhere else. You can get them from librarians or fish them up, but both of those are slow methods. Let's see. We need a melon slice, so we need to find a jungle that has melons, but it's not like a glistering melon or a full melon block, so that's okay. We can get seagrass from killing turtles, which is another way of getting that. We need to get an egg from a chicken at some point. Golden apples can be in dungeon loot, or they can be various other places. And then we need iron for the compass, the minecart rail, the bucket of milk. The hay bale might be tricky if we can't find a village. We might have to grow the wheat ourselves. But a lot of this is not looking too bad. I think really the name tag is the only major concern. Cauldron's going to need a lot of iron. And we don't have a huge... Oh, is this going to have melons right away? It might do. I don't see any from up here, but it might do. So the world, when it generates, it basically puts you out really far in a world with small biomes. So right now our coordinates are super high, but it gives you the coordinates relative to your spawn point above the hotbar. It tells you what Y height you're at, so you don't have to check your F3 to look for diamonds and stuff. And it also gives you a timer which starts ticking basically as soon as we start here. And that will tell you in-game seconds how well you're doing. So I'm aiming for a sub 30-minute time here, ideally, because my record is something like 29:07. I've actually got a 25-minute time, but I didn't do it on stream, so it doesn't count. Just need to run past the chicken. They almost always poop one out from getting startled. They don't, as far as I'm aware. Like, chickens getting startled is not a mechanic. Oh, what? There's sand here? Hello? Oh, okay, there's stone. Good. Alright, so let's get started with a wooden pick. And effectively, we're just speed-running resource gathering, which is made much easier by the fact that there's iron directly below us. It's a good start. And if this is 8 blocks of iron, which I think it might be, then that's pretty good. Gathered 8 iron before we get a furnace. Wonderful. Okay, so we want to gather a decent amount of cobblestone to start with, so that we end up with a furnace, a couple of basic stone tools. That'll do. So we need that, we need this, we need that. And I think we'll call it there. Let's grab a bunch more woods. We are going to leave a few floating trees, but it's fine. We will never see this place again. And then let's go looking in the jungle. We've got cocoa here, but we don't need that for anything. Let's have a quick look around for melons, which I'm not seeing immediately. Don't think they'd be in the bamboo forest part either. All we need is one melon for a single slice. But I'm not seeing anything down here in this little gully. No, but let's check the caves for more iron. It's really just about using your time wisely, making sure you can grab resources in a constant flow, basically, and just keep looking around. So we're going to set up our furnace here. Probably grab a little bit more cobblestone so we can make a second furnace. Of course, every time we grab some more cobblestone, we give ourselves a chance of finding iron somewhere around here, behind a wall or whatever. We'll need to kill a skeleton because we need bones. We got a bow, which we don't need, unfortunately. I heard spiders over here somewhere. That makes me kind of curious about whether there's a spawner for the spawner loot that we need. But I don't know where that was. We don't need an ender pearl either. Yeah, just a variety of mob noises around here. I think it's naturally spawned stuff. So we will need shears. We'll need a bucket. And of course, we'll need a pickaxe. Because we need to get redstone. So that is minimum iron pickaxe. Still hearing spiders. There aren't any abandoned mine shafts in these maps either, which does make it more difficult to find name tags in my experience. Also, no free rails, no free chest minecarts, anything like that. And yes, the caves are brighter because of an aspect of the data pack here. Gonna break that gravel for flint in a second. Yeah, the data pack does give you a little bit of extra gamma when you're in darker areas like caves. Nice. Nice quick flint. We're on the board. A bit more iron up here as well. We do need a good handful of iron for, like, the cauldron as a minimum requirement is a little bit rough. Okay, I hear the spider over here somewhere. Give me this water source, wherever it is. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm hearing it above me. So I think if we dig up somewhere here, maybe? Alright, we need 2 string in the spider eye. So we've got 1 string. There's another spider around here somewhere. I can see him over there. Let me grab the rest of this iron. I think we might be okay for iron after this. We don't have a spider eye yet, though. Alright, no bones either. Oh, well. Don't need gunpowder, do we? I see you. Excuse me, sir. Alright, let's grab our kit and be on our way. So unfortunately, no melons, it looks like. Unless I've missed them somewhere in here. Easy mushroom island for the mushroom stew. Oh wait, melon's over there. Great. Okay, that's not bad then. Not bad then. Ideally we want to get a shipwreck. We need to find an easy place for a spider eye. And then we're looking for dungeon loot. Which is going to be the tough part, I think. Alright, doors and a boat. We'll get the seagrass from around here. I need to kill turtles now. We'll grab the mushrooms from the mushroom islands. Of course, there's like a roofed forest right there, so it wouldn't be too bad anyway. We'll dump this and get some milk from these guys. Thank you. Oh, we can do this as well, can't we? That works. The rare mushroom shaving mechanic. We don't need any kind of fish this time, which is unusual, but it happens. There's our shipwreck over there. Perfect. Yeah, we can get the redstone from the dungeon, but we need 3. Dungeons might not have that much. It's usually a good idea to look in ravines for some of this stuff. We need enough gold for a golden apple if we don't find that in a dungeon too. There's a few other considerations here. Spruce forest ahead of us for the saplings. Swing down into here and get this. There's our emeralds. We don't need the iron, so that's good that it didn't have too much. Let's hop in here and see if this buried treasure map is close. Oh, it is. Okay, great. So that's over this way. I mean, that's west, so we're going the wrong way. It's over here. Well, if it's by the spruce forest, then great. Alright, over here. We'll do a little bit of crafting once we get this treasure figured out. Which I think should be around here. Yeah, okay. Where's that 9-9 coordinates? Right here. Just gonna break the chest. Which took much longer than it should have, but here we go. Okay, we got everything we needed. Alright. Throw this down, smelt some more. Okay, we have all the bows we could ever want, but we don't want any. We don't need that. We'll take the sword. We can craft this for mushroom stew. We don't need that. Let's drink the suspicious stew just in case it gives us something good. Blindness, wonderful. Okay. We need a little bit of blue dye, but we'll need cactus for the green. Can throw that out. We don't need the lapis anymore. Still don't have any bones, which is kind of wild. Let's get sticks for the rails. We can probably make the cauldron as well. And yeah, that's the other thing about bingo that I didn't mention earlier, is that all the items are taken out of your inventory once you obtain them, so you can't really count on anything staying there for very long. Where's the iron pickaxe? There it is. Gosh, took a while. Alright, so we got all of the iron smelted. We have enough string to make the crossbow, thankfully. So let's make a quick tripwire hook and a crossbow. And we need a bit of redstone for the compass. We need a couple of other specialized things, but we don't really need it to be nighttime. Food is nice too. Thinking about it. We get bones from a dungeon. We'll need to get redstone from under the sea here. Let's see, we'll throw those out now. This ravine has magma at the bottom. It's deep enough for redstone, which it does. Wonderful. There should be redstone somewhere around here. There's a ton of diamonds that we won't need for anything. it might be worth getting just for faster tools. Depending on if I find redstone. There we go. Hold on. Cast our eyes around quickly for some dungeons. We can at least get some more gold, and there's a dungeon right here. If it has a name tag, then we're in good. Is it? Oh, it's a skeleton dungeon as well. Perfect. Can probably break the spawner, because I'm sure at least one of these skeletons or the chests will drop a bone. Perfect. Alright, if this has a name tag, then we're on to a winner. More iron, more bones. We'll take the wheat as well for the hay bale. It's got a name tag. Incredible. Okay. Well, that's good then. We're basically on track. We have enough gold now for the golden apple as well, so the rest is just exploration, really. You know, this could be good. As long as we can get a spider to drop an eye, we might be okay here. That's a reason to keep it nighttime, at least for a second. Let's kill a squid from around here. Nice. Clean kill. Let's get out of here. Find spiders. There's a couple over here on the shore. Let's bait them towards the water if we can. Got all the spiders we could ever need over here, as long as one of them drops an eye. None of them seem like they're about to, despite having 36 eyes between them. There we go. Alright, now we can leave. Now we can make it daytime. Now really all I need is a little bit more wheat, which we have enough bones to make. We need to find a desert or a snow plains to get hold of some rabbit hide. We're on track for a decent time here, though. Yeah, the egg is going to be easy enough if we can find some chickens in this area, because we've already been here for long enough that the eggs will have popped out of any chickens that have been loaded nearby. Okay, thanks for the string. Okay. Let's double back here. Set up on the beach and do some crafting. And make sure we have enough other stuff going on. Alright, I can eat the salmon for a start. What else can I craft? Hopper minecart, or not hopper, chest minecart. There we go. We don't need this other tripwire hook, so that can go. Let's get some seeds from around here. Okay, that should be enough. Got to avoid the creeper messing us up on this one. Fine. I'll take the dirt, actually. 'Cause then I can do this over here on the beach in safety. Let's just break all of that down into bone meal, grow the wheat. Alright, that should be enough. There's our hay bale. Nice. Alright, we've got enough of this for a golden apple. We can break some more of these. We have a diamond hoe. So hopefully, there we go. If it takes less than one tree to get an apple, we're usually good. We need the compass. We need 2 redstone torches. And we need to bake some stone for this. And hopefully some of the chickens around here will have laid eggs. Oh yeah, I can make, I can get a bit more wood. Egg. Egg. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. Let's get a dandelion so we can get some easy rabbits later. Let's get these creepers to blow up some trees for us. Thanks for the free food, I guess. Alright, nice. Don't need the gunpowder, but it's fine. Yeah, now we have enough stone to Throw the gravel out, make a repeater. That's wonderful. We need a bit of leather that we can use to make the item frame. We don't need the stone to cook anymore. We've got the golden apple. Where am I going with any of this? We needed more wood for sticks so that we can make a painting. Yes, okay, good. And that's not my axe because I'm used to having an axe in that slot when we play bingo. Let's throw some of this stuff. Don't need those anymore. Don't need the Heart of the Sea either. Okay, that should be enough space. So now we go looking for a desert. Because we need sea pickles. We need rabbit hides. And we need cactus for cactus green to make cyan. And that's basically it. And then we need a cow on the way somewhere. I'm pretty sure there were cows back there in that other biome, but it was also pretty mob dense. So I kind of want to get further away. Find a cow over here somewhere. We can always come back if we need to. It'd be a time loss, but we can do it. A lot of sand around here, but no deserts. Of course, it comes down to me finding a desert, doesn't it? Sun's rising. 18 minutes on the clock. Need to look for patches of warm ocean. And deserts. Well, there's one of those. Is that two of those? Well, it's a savanna, which could lead to a desert, so that's definitely a good start. Unfortunately, we can't get green any other way than cactus, but it looks like there are dead bushes there, so maybe there'll be rabbits and possibly a cactus over the ridge that I can't see yet. Beyond which it is just about getting leather for an item frame. I can't see any sea pickles here. There's some. Nice. There's cactus, there's rabbits. If this rabbit drops a rabbit hide, this is going to be incredible. Incredible, hello. Alright, we have all the time in the world to go looking for a cow. Not quite sub 20 minutes, but we are pretty close here. There's a village right there. They might have cows even if the landscape doesn't. I know I'm running away from the cactus. I should have brought it with me. The horses will drop leather. Gonna have to kill a horse to do it. Just call me Smallish Beans. Alright, chat, what's this gonna be? Sub 21? Hopefully, hopefully. Don't know if I've made enough sticks. No, it's not going to be sub 21. We need to get back to the furnace. Oh gosh, I left it so far away. Alright, I need more sticks. Item frame. That is a blackout in 2107. What? That was a heck of a run. Good day all round. Yeah. Yeah, turns out Minecraft likes me today. 21. Unbelievable. That's going to take some beating. That is going to take some beating. I think the records for like the old version, which has different items, like slightly different. I don't think I get any of the like newer items in this one. Hopeless Dove, thank you for the 210 bits. Cold Dawn gifting 2 subs. Blondie with 1,000, thank you. Oh my goodness, there's a hype train going. Okay, So yeah, no, I think the record on the old version of this pack was something like 17 minutes, which meant you'd have to complete it before night 1 was over, which would be pretty wild. But that was impressive. I don't mind calling it that because that was fast. That dungeon came through. I never get dungeon loot on the first dungeon that I find, and that one really just showed up, which I'm very happy about. Gurple Panda, thank you for the 400 bits. That Rogue with the 100 bits earlier, and Harry Bry with a Prime sub. Parishioner, thank you for gifting a sub. Bexy, thank you for gifting a sub. Devin gifting 3 subs earlier as well. I think I'm caught up on all of the old alerts. Classy Phantom with 100 bits, can't help but participate in the hype train. Incredible stream today. Minecraft's honestly such an incredible game sometimes. It's an incredible game every day. Jerona, thank you so much for the 100 bits. And TLSN, thank you for the $5 for the GG. Thank you very much. It was less than 17:10. Could be, not sure what's world record for pre-1. Could actually be this one. Not sure. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I don't mind whether it's a world record or not. It's a PB, and I'm happy with that. 21:07. That is faster than I got like when I was just playing casually. Like I can look up my casual time. That was I was just like, I had streams on in the background. I was just like chilling out. I got a, was it this one? It's 28. There was a couple that I just ended up abandoning, even though I had like one item to get, but it took me 10 minutes to find a pumpkin or something like that. I must have got a screenshot of it. Is it this one? No, that's still a 28. Oh wait, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, 25:14 was what I got in practice. We just absolutely blew that out of the water. OMG, it's Chris donating 21:07. Thank you so much for the tip. Really appreciate that. Nathan L, thank you for the 100 bits. Fazoo with 100 bits. I want to say Viking the Noob. Thank you so much for the 100 bits as well. Surprise bingo, I know. Like, a bingo that we didn't even intend, and yet, somehow it came through. That was wild. I might have to highlight that, I think, because that was some of the fastest play I've ever been part of, I think. Consider this practice for Clash of the Creators. Whoever suggested surprise bingo as a legend, chat did ask for it. So yeah, 21:07 is going to take some beating. I don't know if Bruno is live right now. I sort of imagine him walking through that door to punch me in the face. This is a single-player world, so that'd be impressive. Maybe taunt Bruno on Twitter. I'm going to take a screenshot of this, at least. I'm not going to taunt Bruno about anything, but I'm definitely going to be very happy about that. Not in the mood for bingo, still manages to get a sub 21. To be fair, I'm always in the mood for bingo. It's just I didn't think we were going to be doing it today because I thought we had more, that we were going to spend more time exploring the survival guide world. Can I pick a different team color for next game? Is darker easier for you? Is like a dark blue going to be better, or are we talking more like, I don't know. People are, there are different levels of color blindness that span the entire spectrum, so I don't know what's going to be easiest for everybody. Cold Dawn, thank you for gifting 2 subs. Scuba the Jester with 1,000 bits, and Steezix with 100. Thank you very much. We might as well do one more round just so we can hang out some more. Like, I still have another 15 minutes before I normally end my stream. So if you guys want to pick a number, we could do 7 again because it was kind of a lucky one, but 21? Okay, we'll do 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This one is already not going to go as well. For a start, we need to turn the hay bale into a target block. We need to get a diamond for the jukebox. Most of the rest of that is okay. The blast furnace is a pain because you have to smelt the stone blocks twice. You really got to remember that. Cookies require wheat and cocoa, so that's 11 wheat total. I think wheat is harder to get than iron sometimes. If you've got enough bones, then you can grow the wheat yourself pretty easily, but it's also about when you do that in the run, you know? A lot of the time I just try and search for wheat in shipwreck loot chests and villages and whatnot. Divandi, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I might order food in tonight. I feel like not cooking after today. I don't know quite why. Oh, we're right next to... Imagine if I just dropped into lava. I think the game does put a solid block under your feet, like the way that it's the data pack is set up. So I don't think it would drop you into liquids, but... Blue sky's up. Or blue sky's up. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you. If we get a golden apple in this Nether Portal chest immediately, that would be so funny. I doubt we will, but... Well, we got literally everything else gold, so that's fine. So we have enough of that now to make a golden apple basically out of any apples we get from the first tree we chop down. I can make some golden tools as well. Which sounds like a dumb idea, but when you don't need gold for anything else, actually an incredible idea. Because, like, if I do this now, I make sure I keep enough gold, we can chop down trees way faster. We don't need more than, like, a handful of wood anyway, so it's actually going to be a pretty safe strat. We can get stone a lot faster because gold tools just mine stuff faster. They can't mine anything more sophisticated than coal, but they can still mine it fast. Alright, we've got a dungeon right here. Already had a great deal of time. And by the way, gold axes are awful weapons. Because for a start, they break really fast, but also they do very, very little damage. Gold tools also break spawners really fast. There's our name tags again. We got some more wheat. We needed the gunpowder, so that's good. Even more gold, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we didn't get a straight-up golden apple from that, but we got pretty close. Yeah, 2 durability per hit as well is rough. At this point, we could probably make 2 gold hoes to get an apple theoretically out of one of these. And incredibly, a golden apple can be one of the first items that puts us on the board. Alright, let's move on. I didn't really get a good chance to look around and see if there were pumpkins in this area, so... I'm also leaving behind another gold block, but we don't need it at this stage. I've got enough stone for other things. How far down does this ravine go? Not very far, but there's iron there. Okay, let's actually make some tools, huh? Let's do this. Trying to work on faster crafting, just generally. And honestly, we could make another gold axe if we really need to. Don't really need to go for the iron at the bottom of that ravine. It's a little bit too far to come back up. Trying not to waste too much time here. Thank you all so much for the hype train, by the way. Don't know why I'm killing the pigs, to be honest, because I've got golden carrots. I don't really need any other kind of food. We can craft those into snow blocks already. Could wait for these chickens to lay eggs, but that's a little bit of time lost. Take a quick look around. Alright, shipwreck over there. That's a good start. Potentially some very easy iron. And we'll get some doors. Just in case we need to go diving in that ravine. There's a drowned ruin there as well, so even if the shipwreck didn't have what we need, there's potentially some wheat in there for the target block. We've got a desert over there for the cactus. So I go to this chest first. We've got not an unreasonable amount of iron, but still not much. We've got the blue from the lapis, though. So that's cyan basically figured out. Buried treasure map nearby. Pretty close. And 6 carrots. Thank you kindly. I don't see a jungle adjacent to this desert, so we'll grab a cactus and be on our merry way. We might also tag a rabbit while we're here. Alright, no drops from you. Nice, okay, we got one. So all we needed was the rabbit hide. Look for salmon while we're out here as well. I think we need to go around the cape to find where this buried treasure is. Which I mostly look for the diamonds. But frankly, we could just go ravine diving and see if we can... Yeah, I think we might do that instead. See if we can get hold of redstone and 1 diamond down here. There's some more gold if we need it. Oh. Good to know that doors can stop gravel. I did not know that. Ah! Turns out removing the door, though, doesn't stop a whole lot after that. I kind of wish, somehow, that gold could mine redstone. It would sort of weirdly make sense to me, because gold feels like it could be more delicate tools, and redstone feels like something that might need precision to acquire it. But that's really just me. That's just me coming up with an excuse for gold tools to actually mean something to someone. And even then, you just mine it with iron, because you've got iron. You know, it's not that difficult to acquire iron or diamond in the end. What's my ultimate favorite biome to build in? Good question, because that changes quite a lot, actually. Like, I typically find that I like building in biomes that have very bright green grass, so I really like building in mushroom biomes because of the grass color when you convert them. I also really like jungles for that reason, but jungles are always so difficult to clear out. That's why the sparse jungle is so good in 118. Because it's not as rare as it used to be. There's more lapis there we don't need. Could dip down into here in case there's diamonds. There's at the very least there's more iron. And there's a zombie that can't get to us anymore, which is good. It's not the biome that does it, it's what's in the biome. Exactly, yeah, I can't say that, like, I'm not going to build in a savanna that just looks spectacular, you know? We've done a couple of savanna build projects before. I remember in decidedly vanilla season 3, we're in a savanna as like our main town area. And some people didn't like it as much, but I thought it was a fun challenge, really. It was kind of cool that we were building next to a shattered savanna, more or less. Okay, so we have our diamonds now, so we can make, for a start, a diamond pickaxe, just for fun. But then we can also make a jukebox, which is what we needed to do. Now we can throw out all other tools, and we should be good to go. And by go, I mean not fall in lava, thank you. That guy's drowned now. Funny how these things work out. Alright, let's go looking for that buried treasure just to see if we get more iron, because we need a lot of it. We also need a chest. So we need to go south. What's up, C Cubed? Welcome in. Not normally at this time of day, so this is rare for you? Well, awesome. I'm glad you're able to swing by. Yeah, we need to get a dark oak sapling, but we can smash a few trees in, that's fine. Dark oak forests are all over the place in Bingo. There's one right there. Like, they pop up a lot in small biome worlds. They pop up a lot in 118 as well. I have so many dark oak forests near where I hang out. Back here. Where's our magic coordinate? It's back that way. It's basically where the boat is. Like here. Wow, so many more diamonds. Don't really need any of this. We don't need the TNT for anything. We don't need the food, really, either. So, yeah, iron and diamonds from that one, huh? I guess I'll make a diamond hoe, just so we can keep the meme going. And a diamond sword for fighting stuff if we need to fight stuff. That's that. We won't need to fight a great deal of stuff, though. I do need to do a little bit of crafting. We need the mushrooms from here. And then we'll use the diamond hoe to get the saplings. There we go. Okay, we've got that one. Are there any brown mushrooms around? Don't see one right away. And there's a big old ravine here that I don't want to fall into, so maybe we'll double back. Let's get those out of the way now. I think we'll go the same route with growing the wheat here while we've got the hoe on us. Do this. And then that. That should be enough. Alright, now we got one of those. Let's smelt some cobblestone while we're here. Should really been doing that the whole time, but there we go. Return to check if I'm still live, and I am, yes! I decided to do one more run of Minecraft Bingo after doing probably the best bingo run of our lives. Let's grab some of this so that we can make another one of those. We do need even more iron, though. We can turn one of these into a blast furnace. I don't think we need these gold nuggets for anything, so I'm going to chuck those out. Yeah, typically now what I do is I go for the Badlands biomes to find terracotta. Alright, we can break this one for the blast furnace. Almost made a smoker then by mistake. Then we can do this for the repeaters. Perfect. We must have some berries up here in this spruce biome. There's a pumpkin right there as well, which is dead easy. Yeah, I see some berries right above it. So main things we're looking out for now is going to be more iron, which shouldn't be tough, but is just going to be time consuming. We need an egg from a chicken. My inventory's full. Let's just do this, get those out of the way. Hoop, there we go. Don't need those. We don't need any of the food, really. And again, surely there are chickens around here somewhere that have laid eggs while I've just been messing around. Like this guy, for example. Or his friend. Well, hopefully her friend, because they got to lay eggs. Oh! Imagine that. That was some excellent timing. So we need another... We need a brown mushroom. We've got the cactus for the cyan dye, which we can make any time. We've got enough string for a bow, so we don't need that for the dispenser. We still need a jungle for the cocoa. I've got 1 wheat, but we can grow more. Can we grow more? No, I threw the bone meal away. Well, let's get a skeleton on the way through then. Alright, there's our terracotta and a brown mushroom on the way. Hopefully a jungle somewhere adjacent to this too. See some pretty green treetops over there. Yeah, we need a cow for both leather and milk. Wait, do we need leather for something? What do we need leather for? Somebody said leather, and I'm trying to think what we actually need it for now. All cod, no salmon. Wait, is that one salmon? Oh no, that was another cod. Fair enough. You'd think I'd be able to tell the difference by now. It's a shipwreck completely buried over there. Didn't even drop any bones. Of course not. We have 7 terracotta. This isn't going to beat our previous time, but it's going to be pretty good. All because we have decent egg strats now. As long as that jungle over there is a jungle and not just a swamp. Which I think it's a swamp, so keep looking, I guess. Yeah, those are just swamp trees. Alas, never mind. Where are we at? We need some pink dye for the terracotta. We really need to figure out where the rest of this iron is coming from. I don't see... There's one jungle tree over there. Does that have cocoa beans? I don't think it does. There's also a chest back there for a ruined nether portal, but I don't think that's going to have anything we need. God, imagine. Imagine if that had the cocoa beans we needed. A bit more iron, though. What about this one? Nope. It's got one block that it could generate cocoa beans on. Not going to happen. Dive the shipwreck for more iron. At least we don't have to worry too much about mobs at this point. Oh, that's not the iron chest, is it? Of course not. Cop the Colossal, hello, welcome in. Wow, lots of skeletons. At least we can get some bones for reasons. we go. Got some food down us at least. Cannot see any sign of a jungle. Which is most unfortunate. Because that's really the main thing I need at this point. See if we can find a cow in here somewhere. Don't need the cocoa beans anymore. Just chucked my axe just casually on the ground. Got another shipwreck down here, that could be good for iron. There we go, that's the stuff. Might even have enough nuggets there that will be helpful, so we'll grab all of them. Can't see any salmon immediately around, but hopefully there'll be some somewhere. More swamps. Any cows, any cows, any jungles? The time is just slipping away from us right now. Finally, we see a jungle. See if we can spot a salmon on the way there. Again, it's all about flow. It's all about finding all of this stuff on the way to other things. This is warm ocean, so we're getting tropical fish instead. Oh, some ocelots just casually spawn. Tiny cat! Folks, if you want to see me roast some cats, this Friday at around 8 PM UK time, I'm going to be on a stream hosted by the wonderful Ellen from now on, a streamer here on twitch.tv, in which we, I don't have any seeds, in which we look at people's cats that they've submitted via Discord, and we roast those cats. It is a Twitch chat cat roast. And if you want to see me participate in that, you can go to twitch.tv/Ellen from now on and drop her a follow, because it's going to be immense. It's going to be a very light-hearted roast, to be fair to us. We're all going to be cat lovers. Some of us cat owners. I am not currently a cat owner. I have a lot of experience with Minecraft cats lately. But having had 2 cats formerly, I feel I am still qualified to give my expert opinion on whether or not your cat looks like a bit of an idiot. So I decided I would participate in this with the blessing of the community. And people seem quite excited about it, so I would like to see my community show up and have some fun. This is a hopper minecart, yeah? It is, wonderful. We still need to craft a cauldron somehow, so I guess I better smelt some more stuff, although we can do that now. We may even be able to do one of these with one more cobblestone from somewhere. From under the sea. Dispenser. Need some gravel around here for flint. We don't have any right here. We need to make some pink terracotta, thank you very much. Which we will smelt one of. And throw the rest away. We need a salmon from somewhere. We need to craft this into wool so we can make a painting. We need the planks back from here so we can do one of these. Okay, so this has gone well. We need a cow. Oh, we can make a compass now. We actually didn't need the iron after all. How wonderful. So we need to kill a salmon. Basically, the first salmon we see is going to die. And then we will need to locate a cow to milk and some gravel to punch. And that's going to be it for this time as well. Those are cods. Those are all cods. There are some salmon. Salmon axe. Nail it. Now, are there cows in this here forest? It's gonna literally be a 6-hour hunt for a cow now. I think a lot of the problem with this, and it should only be the case that one section of the spawn area, like one chunk of the spawn area, is force loaded. But I feel like some of the animals that have generated as I explore around here have just been taking up the mob cap. And I always have difficulty finding the passive mobs I'm looking for when it comes right down to like the last second if I'm looking for a cow or a sheep or whatever. There's a pink sheep though. Of course I'm not going to kill the pink sheep. Can we milk a wolf? I don't think we can. Milk a bee? That's what honey is. Just milk the pigs, we won't tell. If only goats were in this version. But this is 1.16.5, so they are not. We could be getting the flint in the meantime, but then it just means we only have one more thing left to search for. And the hunt for the cow becomes excruciatingly slow. There's some sheep over here. There's a desert temple over there. It's not going to have any milk. Why are there so many sheep in this forest? Give me cows or give me death. This is horrendous. This is why all of my previous times are above 30 minutes. It's because I cannot find a single cow. Look, every pack spawn of passive mobs is chickens, pigs, sheep. Like anything else. It is honestly painful how many times we've probably seen a cow and just not had that particular task in mind at the time. There's foxes, there's wolves. It's a tour de force of passive mobs, and yet no cows. No cows. Honestly, if I milked a cow right this second, this would still be a PB as far as the stream goes. Polar bears? I have not yet seen one. And they're also neutral. They get hostile if there are cubs near. Literally everything in this world is a chicken now. Those are sheep. There are drowned burning over here in the distance. See, this is how a bingo run can go. When you don't spawn, like, next to a mushroom island to start with. Come across every single mob at this point. The Ender Dragon's just over here. This isn't even going to be a sub 30. Let's milk a squid. Well, that's incredible that we've not found a cow for long enough that there's ruined my bingo time. But that's fine. We already got a pretty solid time. This run was just for fun, and it's already been run for pain instead. Goats don't exist in this version. We're playing in 1.16.5. So unfortunately, no goats. You always get the feeling that it would have been easier for you to just stand around killing all of the sheep and stuff and waiting for more passive mobs to spawn than it would have been coming down to this entire colony of cows. Every mob in sight is now a cow. 3046. Still a good time. Still a very, very good time. If only the cows had been slightly closer. Yeah, that was between 24 minutes and 30 minutes 46 that we just spent looking for a cow. Like 6 minutes almost. Just trying to find a cow in the video game Minecraft. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me, folks. I had a blast. I can't believe we got such an incredible time on that first bingo run. And we found basically everything I need for the remainder of this week's survival guide videos. So I hope you enjoy those. I'm off to finish editing the video for tomorrow about not woodland mansions, ocean monuments. Gosh, there's two words that I have to string together and it never happens for me. We're going to be raiding Music Man 1017. We're going to keep the speedrun action going because right now he is doing some speedrunning stuff. He's also on Be Right Back right now, so we're going to wait around for a couple of seconds here. Malcolm is a lovely dude. And yeah, him and his sister, Ms. Rowe, have been doing like duo speedruns together for a little while, which has been super fun to watch. I don't think that's what he's doing today. He's going for a sub 39 time for a 116.1 random seed speedrun. So that's going to be super fun. Also, if you're interested in watching my partner stream, they are currently writing out Lord of the Rings by hand. They've just started Chapter 2 of Fellowship of the Ring. They are not a family-friendly streamer. Their pronouns are they, them. And they do swear occasionally. But their stream is lovely. That's twitch.tv/celerymin, which I'll put a quick shout-out for in the chat. Oh, no, Ginger's already done it. Wonderful. So yeah, we're a little streaming household today, but be nice if you head over there. They're not a Minecraft player, so don't bug them with questions about me or Minecraft, please. But yeah, we're going to be raiding Music Man 1017, who will hopefully be back from his break by the time I click Start Raid, because I need to go and have another cup of tea, I think. Don't forget you can use your Pixel Hype emotes and the hashtag Pixel Raid. He seems to be tagged for mature audiences. Maybe he's been swearing as he doesn't get his times. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the support, the hype trains and stuff. Incredible support on the stream today. And I hope you folks enjoy Structures Week over on the YouTube channel. Thank you for coming with me, and thank you for calling where that plains biome was. That was a pretty good poll. We did all right there. I'm going to send you over to Malcolm. He is currently still on BRB, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. And you'll enjoy his stream immensely. So catch you on Thursday, I guess? At which point we might just be building more nether portals. We might be doing something else. I'm not certain yet. We'll find out, I guess. But I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now.